What's up, guys? Welcome back to the Back Road Driver channel. I'm Brad.
And I'm Sam.
And we're the Miser Brothers. Today we've got a pretty cool video. We're still continuing Sam's 2021 F150 build. We're here at Line X, and we're actually going to be able to take you inside for what we filmed last night while they were finishing his truck up. We're going to talk with Sean Faircloth, the owner of Line X in Knoxville. He sprayed thousands and thousands of bed liners. He knows more about it than anybody you're going to meet, and we're going to get some details from him on what goes into the Line X process.
We're also going to show you my new Tonneau cover. We're going to compare it to Brad's and see what the differences are.
Two different styles, two different trucks.
I've also got tips for you when you're ordering your vehicle and you're looking at those accessories. I've even got some tips on when you pick up your vehicle, what to look for before you leave the dealership.
Absolutely. So guys, let's jump right into it. If you're new to the channel, this is Sam's 2021 Lariat Sport in Space White. Gonna drop the tailgate and we're actually gonna see what this looks like. He got a premium coating, and we're going to hear about that from Sean in just a few minutes. We're going to show you the non-premium coating on my truck as well. He loves doing that.
This is a super clean install on this Line X spray-in bed liner. Really loving the fit and finish, the attention to detail they used. Some of the new trucks have this new work surface in the back, so as opposed to having the entire area covered in Line X like in the past, they take this off, spray the edges, put your cover back on.
You liking the workspace so far in the one day that you got to drive your truck that it hasn't been being worked on?
Gotta be honest, I haven't used it a bit yet, but I have big plans for it, trust me.
I want to show the difference in your spray and how, and granted his is new, mine's got a few months on it now. We're going to talk about this premium UV that they actually put on. His looks like the exterior automotive finish on something. I mean, it's popping. Let's take a look at mine. Mine actually has had stuff in it, and you can tell it's a good finish. This is the old style tailgate. This is a 2018. So I don't have any of the cool measurement stuff. Like, I have to measure stuff on my own. But my finish is not dull by any stretch of the imagination, but I've got a cover and have had a cover on it almost 100% of the time since I've had it. His does look better, and it's probably gonna hold up longer, especially if he has his top off at some point. Let's go inside, and I want to show you the clips where Sean walks us through this stuff, and we actually get to see Sam's in the process of being sprayed. Looking good.
A little dusty.
Mid-process.
So Sean, walk me through this. What do y'all do to put in a bed liner like this, a spray in?
So the first thing we do that sets us apart from everybody else is we remove anything that's removable. Your bed bolts, your electric outlets, your tie downs, and the factory doesn't even do that. Factory tapes all this up, sprays, where right here you would be seeing your paint instead of it being black. We remove everything, tape everything up, we run our wire trim for our lines, and then we actually scuff the bed. And we scuff the clear coat. We don't take it down to metal, but that scuffing the clear coat gives the Line X just enough adhesion to where if you tried to peel this off, you can actually see the metal raising up before it actually releases.
Wow.
And to peel this, you would need a hammer and chisel, utility knives, and a lot of blood.
My bed liner's had a cover on it the whole time, but it still doesn't have this same sheen on it that Sam's does. What did he get? It's like some kind of extra coating or something?
Sam got the traditional Line X sprayed in, but he wanted to keep it from dulling and fading out, so we have a product that's called Line X Premium. And after we spray the bed, then we do a top coat of Line X Premium that makes it UV stable, makes it a lot easier to clean, gives it that little bit more shiny, bright look, and it's guaranteed for life as well.
So what you're saying is that's one more thing on my truck that's better than Brad's, right?
You got it.
I like that you sprayed this all the way down and everything. That'll cover up real well.
Yeah, you get a lot of gravel that gets caught in between your tailgate, and a lot of companies stop just shy of spraying this, which never made sense to me, because why would you spray the rest of the bed and not the last? We do this to every one of our vehicles.
That's where you actually drag stuff out and drop it. The other thing is when you're looking at it with the tailgate on from behind, you see black through there instead of body color. And on this color, anything light in particular, it's gonna look way better that it's black back there.
And we do the same on the tailgate as well. We take it all the way down too.
Let's look at that.
A lot of companies will take this wire trim and they'll bring it around here and stop just shy of spraying that, which doesn't make any sense to me, it never has. So we go all the way down on the tailgate as well.
So you basically just pop all this off and you spray just a little bit behind it, that way it seals up and it's hard as a rock. I love it. Looks awesome. It looks a lot better when it drops down. I can't wait to see it buttoned up here in a second.
What's the biggest problem people that try to do this at home have?
They're trying to do it at home. Number one, they don't know how to correctly prep a bed. You have to know how to prep certain substrates to make it work. And then after they've put their product that they bought up in a store in the bed, most of the time it starts coming up because it's an inferior product and the preparation wasn't done correctly.
Right.
You've got like a two-part system where something comes out of two different barrels and goes into one sprayer, and
Correct.
It's like all kinds of crazy science behind it.
Correct. And it goes on at 2,500 psi. It's a high pressure application. It's a heated application, about 190 degrees, and all that works into the molecular structure of how it ends up in the bed. It doesn't actually start to cure until it comes out of the tip. It's more of a molecular thing than anything. It doesn't, because it dries instantaneous.
Wow.
So when somebody does it themselves and then it starts to come up and they bring it here, is it like real cheap to be able to take that out and fix it?
Oh no, it's expensive.
It's like
So, save your money and spend a little bit more up front and have the professionals do it.
Definitely take it to Line-X wherever you're at. If you're anywhere close to Knoxville, bring it to Line-X Knoxville. They're gonna throw a bed cover on this. We're gonna get it outside, show you what it looks like, and then give you kind of a once around on the whole truck now. Because he's got a lot of mods done on this thing. It's starting to look awesome. I'm getting a little jealous, maybe a lot jealous, but I do have some stuff coming up that's gonna make him jealous.
I went with a soft tonneau cover. You can get these at any Line-X. All you gotta do is pull this cord. It starts rolling up.
So you got straps that pop down on the back so you can drive with it like that. So advantage, man, that bed spray looks good, dude. That's clean. This is the first time you guys on camera have got to see it with the top off. Actually, it's the first time I've seen it with the top off. So big advantage on Sam's Tonneau with it being soft is he gets to use his whole bed.
If I need to go pick something up and I need the whole bed, this is out of the way. You can use all the bed. Whereas if you've got a hard one, that's not so easy.
Let's look at my hard bed cover here.
So I've got a hard trifold cover. I've got two little pop downs here. I flip both of those up. I do have to go to both sides. And then I've got one flip. It is really light. Two flips. I've got the same snap down system, but I can only use 2/3 of my bed. If I've got my tailgate drop down, I've got a full bed, but I'd have to strap around whatever I'm hauling. I can't use the entire bed to move a big piece of furniture or something that's gonna go the entire length. This thing will not flip up anymore. They do make some hard tops that flip up again. You're not supposed to drive with them like that. Can't see out your back window when you got it flipped all the way up. Now, the big thing about mine and why I went with this setup is it's hard and you can't take a knife and cut through it and get into the bed. So that is a disadvantage of Sam's, but mine weighs about probably 50 times more. Now the weight's negligible between mine and his. It's only probably what, 20, 30 pounds.
Yep.
It's one guy can carry this when you pop it off. This can be taken off, but you can't put it in the front of your cab and drive with it while you've got something loaded in the front. It will not fit in your front cab. I've tried it every way you can when I got in a pinch. But I need the weight savings on my truck because I'm trying to run 1/4 mile times. Sam doesn't really need the weight savings, but he wants to use his entire bed. We do rental properties, flip houses. We actually use the trucks to do a little bit of work. We're gonna put a playlist right here in a card, and you can also see it at the end of the video or in the description, but it's the entire build playlist for Sam's build so far. And it's all, I think there's 6 or 7 videos now of all the things we've done to this truck.
There's been a ton of comments of people wanting to see how far these wheels and tires poke out. The wheels are Venom Rex. They are 20 by 9 and they have a 12 offset. And that's gonna poke out 1.5 inches further than your factory, because your factory offset is 44. So in millimeters, that equates to 1.5 inches. That's gonna get you out there pretty good, guys, to where you're not slinging a ton of stuff up the side of your truck, but you can give you that nice poked out look.
Aggressive stance.
We've got Nitto Ridge Grappler 305 55 20s on here, and those on their website say that they are 12.44 inches wide, so almost a 12.5, and the tires are 33.25 inches tall, so just a little bit bigger than your regular 33 12.5.
What's amazing so far, and I know we'll do a lot more, we're gonna get to the engine and the bay and all that stuff in a video real soon. I'm shocked at how hard this thing pulls, because these are oversized, heavier, everything about the tire wheel setup. But this thing has no trouble with torque and just pulls right through. So they definitely do not bog the truck down. He does have a 373 gear ratio in this, is that right?
That's right.
So that probably helps if you got a 331 ratio and you go up in tire size and add weight from a Ridge Grappler, you know, hybrid tire. It might get a little more sluggish, but not with a 373 gear.
In a prior video, I told you that these tires are the lighter version, so there's a couple different load ratings for this actual size. I got the lower load rating, so I saved a lot of weight.
Yep, and that's important when you're talking about being able to have torque and get up and go.
After we put the leveling kit on the truck, we did do an alignment. That's something you're definitely going to need to do. I drove Brad home with it without an alignment. It still drives fine. It's not going to pull to the side or anything when you put a level on, but the camber is going to be off on your wheels and tires. Don't be silly, guys, and not pay for the alignment. You're just going to destroy your tires you just paid for.
They're expensive.
Yeah,
so take care of that. Let's show you the alignment, and while we're there, Sam actually brought something up that I hadn't thought about until he did, but it's about the undercoating on the trucks, because we've reviewed quite a few lately and we've seen some things that you might want to know about.
Looking at the rear diff on this thing, mine's nice and clean, shiny. This truck came from Kansas City because Space White is only made there. When we were test driving some other F-150s that came from the Dearborn plant, we noticed a lot of rust on their rear ends.
Axles. Any kind of,
if you're taking delivery of one here in the near future, make sure you check underneath it and talk to your dealer about that before you leave with it, because then it's your problem.
It's surface rust, but it's a start of something bad if the paint's already off of it.
Yeah, you're going to want to get that cleaned up and get some undercoating on it to take care of that. So in another video I was telling you about floor mats. If you bought the lockable storage option on your truck, you're gonna need a special part number from Ford right now to get floor mats if you didn't order them with your truck. If you did order them with your truck, your build's probably being held up right now, but they do have these available from Ford, and that's the only company I've found so far that has these.
Yeah, this lockable storage takes up part of that underside, so the floor mat has to stop. If you have no lockable storage and you got the old floor mats when you upgrade trucks, the old ones should work. If you got the lockable storage, it would flap over that and I guess hide your lockable storage, but it's not going to fit up right here on the side. So you're going to want to get this part number out of the description here to get the right thing. A lot of parts counters are not up to speed right now. What did they tell us at the parts counter yesterday?
Well, yeah, they actually ordered 2 different part numbers and we opened them both up to see what was going to work, so they weren't even sure, but I have the part number right in the description for you. I also mentioned these wheel liners in a video the other day. These are the Ford wheel liners. I guess a lot of the aftermarket companies that usually have these don't have any out yet, but Ford does have them available, and I'll put the part number in the description as well. I've seen a lot of trucks on YouTube that don't have wheel well liners and they're talking about we don't know where to get them. We do.
So Sam has spent quite a bit of money to buy this truck and do all these things to it so far. If you want to see a video on everything Sam has spent to this point, let's comment. What do you want him to comment, Sam?
Show me the money.
So if you want to know how much Sam spent, if he's going to tell you about his money,
you're gonna have to show me the money.
Comment down below, guys. Give the video a thumbs up. We'll catch you in the next one. Check out the entire playlist here in the end card. Thanks for watching Back Road Driver. Peace.
Peace.